stuff, Lily. That's what I'm going to ride tomorrow.
The giant zipper, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going on the Jelly Roll coaster. No.
For the first time?
As another evening comes to a close, and families across Northern California call it a night, many also smile as they reflect on their memories of the day, freshly made at one of their favorite places, the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk.
He's so excited.
Well, it is the Dipper.
True, and he's finally tall enough.
Yeah, and you did it. I did it.
Every year my dad, on his birthday,
Well, it's kind of a ritual.
a rite of passage.
Memories created to last a lifetime. You see, the boardwalk has been helping families create memories for over 100 years, and many of those are shared from generation to generation. It's a relationship that the boardwalk is proud of and nourishes every day, even when the day starts before dawn. That's because, while children are still dreaming of their first Dipper ride, the boardwalk crew is already starting their day, getting a jump on making sure all those dreams do come true.
Marini's Candy Kitchen, 8 a.m. Saturday morning, making the first batch of caramel. I'm Joe Marini III. I'm a fourth generation here at the Boardwalk. My great-grandfather started here at the Boardwalk in 1915 with a popcorn and peanut cart. All right, girls, let's open. My favorite candy is to make taffy. My father did that, and my grandfather did that, and my great-grandfather did that. Marini's here at the Boardwalk is unique in the fact that it's a candy store that's lasted almost 100 years at the Seaside Amusement Park. We make our own confections here. It's all handmade. All the saltwater taffy, all the fudges, caramel apples, caramel corn, a lot of the hand-dipped chocolates are all made on premise. Next year 2015 will be our 100th anniversary of Marini's at the Beach here on the Santa Cruz Boardwalk. The Boardwalk's a magical place. It's this place of where ocean meets beach, where fantasy meets reality. It's a place of nostalgia that people keep coming back to, trying to keep those memories of their childhood alive.
The Marinis are just one of many concessionaire families that consider the boardwalk their boardwalk. Some date back generations, while others are just getting started. It's fun to watch the boardwalk wake up each day. Up and down the park, you'll find crews adding a finishing touch here and there, a little polish, a secret ingredient, the hottest colors, and the coolest looks. There's a lot to do before the park can officially open. The boardwalk's perfect blend of the old and the new is what makes it one of a kind. So, while Undertow, the only spinning coaster in Northern California, makes its first full season debut in 2014, it has its work cut out for it. It must compete for guest attention with the big kahuna down the walk, celebrating not 1 year, but 90 years of history. Yes, it's the Giant Dipper.
And you start to get the excitement, and then you start to take off and they honk this horn. And all of a sudden, whoosh, you're back to your childhood.
The Giant Dipper was built back in 1924, believed to be in 47 days, so it started around April 1st and finished opened on May 17th.
90 years, 53 million or so riders, people loving it, and it's still going strong.
This will be ride 182 this year. Year before last, I did just over 1,000 rides.
We walk the track every morning before the ride opens, but we also walk the track every 2 hours while it's open.
The importance of walking the track every morning is to make sure that the ride's ready for the day. The reason why we walk the track every 2 hours is because it's extremely important to make sure that mechanics are looking for any splintering, anything that's going to create an issue so they can get it fixed and get on top of it the very next day.
This ride really is very reliable. I mean, we only average about 4 hours of downtime a year, which is really low for a roller coaster.
As soon as the train drops, it dips directly into a dark tunnel.
And it's just whipping you back and forth, and then all of a sudden it lugs.
And then the chain catches you, and you start going up the hill.
The chain clacking, clink, 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 and you can see all over the beach.
And you get a chance to just look around.
You know, sometimes you hold your friend's hand like you did when you were 14.
As you get towards the top, the anticipation mounts, and then as you crest the hill, depending on whether you're in the front and getting pushed over or you're in the back getting pulled over, it's just, you can hear for yourself. It's just an exciting ride.
I keep my arms up the whole time. Yeah, and I don't bring them down until the ride's over.
Hands up all the way.
In its design, there is a consistent amount of air time coming off your seat as you're riding up over the crest of those hills. Well, that continues throughout the length of the ride, almost even until you get back into the station. For a ride of this size to have that much air time is kind of a special deal.
The future of the Giant Dipper is to do everything we can to make sure it stays for at least another 90 years. It truly is the heart and soul of our park.
The one best thing is probably the carousel.
Giant Dipper. They're deep fried Twinkies. The cave train. Today it's the weather and the beach.
Well, I don't know what the one best thing. There's so many.
The one best thing is the Giant Dipper.
What are your favorite boardwalk memories? For some, they begin at the summit of Highway 17, emerging out of the redwoods as the spectacular vista of Monterey Bay unfolds before you. For this Santa Cruz family, it's a different experience, especially on one particular day. While it's true that many boardwalk visitors have lifelong memories dating back to their first ride on Bulgy, or their first and, well, only time they got the ring inside the clown's mouth on the boardwalk's historic loop carousel.
Ready for your picture?
Yeah.
And others still remember their first season pass. With all the sights and sounds and smells, there is, without a doubt, one boardwalk experience that rises above the rest. Everyone remembers their first Dipper ride.
Do you want to do the double shot before you do the Dipper?
No, the Dippers first. Let's go.
I think for anybody that has come to the boardwalk over the years, particularly as a young child, there is that sense of a rite of passage that the day I ride the Giant Dipper is a day I'll remember. It's an important day in a young kid's life.
How nervous are you?
Of course, there's much more than thrill rides to make for a day filled with all sorts of adventures. There are a ton of reasons why the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk ranks at the top of Northern California's favorite destinations. The beach and the boardwalk are a 1-2 combination that's a little hard to beat. It's no wonder that it's been named Best Seaside Amusement Park 7 years in a row.
Well, I'm going to the beach where I belong.
And it's why making new boardwalk commercials can be both a whole lot of fun and a bit of a challenge. From a filmmaker's perspective, it's an abundance of visual opportunity that somehow needs to fit into 30 seconds.
We've been doing the boardwalk commercials now for over 20 years, and I'll tell you, the boardwalk has never looked any better than it does today. It's just absolutely a filmmaker's dream.
Let's make magic, people! Just kidding.
it's so much fun to capture not only the essence, but also the experience of what everybody comes to the boardwalk for. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. And I absolutely love shooting commercials out here.
Before the cameras can start rolling, the Boardwalk advertising team and their production company must first decide on a cast.
Well, we did two things different this year. First, we wanted to make use of technology. So instead of having the actors that we had selected from their headshots come down for a 2-day audition here at the Boardwalk, we had them submit their videos online. And you wouldn't believe how creative people got with their audition videos.
If you come to the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk, you are guaranteed to have a great time. Woo!
19 years old, and my favorite thing about the boardwalk is riding the Giant Dipper.
And what I like most about the boardwalk is the fireball.
Hi, my name's Callan, and my favorite thing about Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk is the Giant Dipper and Lodger's Revenge.
I'm 21. I'm Veronica, and I'm 12 years old. Favorite thing to do at the boardwalk? Ride those rides.
I'm 23 years old. My favorite thing to do at the boardwalk is to grab some Dippin' Dots, go stand in line with my friends, and finish them just before the ride ends.
The other thing we did this year was that we were really focused on finding a cast that loved the boardwalk as much as we do. And not only did that come through in the videos, but more importantly, it came through in what was an amazing day of production.
My favorite thing about Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk?
Deep fryer, and you got a Twinkie.
Oh, it looks good.
At the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk in the warm California sun boardwalk.
The one best thing about the boardwalk is the rides.
Kid friendly. Awesome.
The fireball. The roller coaster. So much fun.
The one best thing about the boardwalk is the Giant Dipper and the new ride, the Undertow.
One of the best things on the boardwalk is the food.
Giant Dipper and Dippin' Dots. All the colors and people watching.
For some guests, hands down, the one best thing about the boardwalk is the free summer entertainment. The list of big-name musical performers, big-time circus acts, and big ideas made even bigger is as rich and colorful as anything in the boardwalk's history. In 1988, the free Friday Night Bands on the Beach concert series made its debut, and the beach has been rockin' ever since.
So it all kind of starts with me, but what I do is gather all of the information, and then I do several meetings with our marketing department, but also with our entertainment technical department.
What do you want from life?
What we're constantly looking for is bands that will be nostalgic for that group of people we're trying to draw. Think back to their high school days or their college days, bands in the late 70s, 80s, and early 90s. On concert days, we have crews showing up about 6 a.m. to start setting up, which also is a challenge when it's on the beach. We have to get a tractor every single week to come out for load in and load out. You should see the look on bands' faces when they say, "This is how you're loading my equipment onto the stage. You're putting my guitar in the bucket of a tractor."
Playing on the beach is great. It's great to play for a bunch of people that have never seen the band before, and we get to see all of our family and friends all at the same time. It's pretty cool. It's a sunny day.
And it's the only place that I've played where I can jump on a roller coaster after I play.
That's right, yeah.
We're all going a 90-year-old roller coaster.
Yeah, that's right, the Giant Dipper, baby.
With Friday nights taken care of, the next big idea was to bring daytime entertainment back to the beach. So, since 2007, visitors have counted world-class circus acts among their favorite boardwalk memories. This year's act, Street Drum Corps' Lost at Sea.
Street Drum Corps' Lost at Sea, and we combined and collaborated with one of the best dance crews in the world called the Academy of Villains. They're kind of like the misfit punk rockers of the dance world and community. We're the same thing, the punk rockers, the misfits of drumming. We drum on trash cans and everyday household items and power tools, and our image is very much edgy punk rock vibe, tattoos, mohawks, the whole thing.
When they do this parade through the park, their point is to say, hey, we're going to be putting on a show for you, come follow us. And yes, the crowd follows them, they start dancing along.
The idea of Lost at Sea comes from Lost Boys being shot here at the boardwalk, as well as us having the backdrop of the ocean, Waterworld, Mad Max, like the post-apocalyptic world. That's exactly where we come from.
They are seriously the most talented drummers you will see. There's a reason why they were voted 2012 Drum Ensemble of the Year.
Please sit up straight with your back against the seat. Look forward and be prepared for your turn. For your safety, lap bar.
Look, Lily, that's what I'm going to ride tomorrow. Giant Dipper, right? Yeah.
There is that sense of a rite of passage that the day I ride the Giant Dipper is a day I'll remember. It's an important day in a young kid's life.
The best thing at the boardwalk is those video games.
The rides and the beach.
Kids love it. We love it. Sun, beach, you can't beat it.
There's a saying among boardwalk employees: enter as strangers, leave as friends. It's true, many a relationship started right here, working at the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk.
When I first met Kathy, she was making cotton candy at this location. And I was a ride operator over here in Kittyland.
I think that I knew who he was, but I hadn't been thinking about particularly going out with him until he asked.
Yeah, we both worked at Whiting's Foods, and Rob was the maintenance guy.
Yep.
And I was the front desk girl, and that was 15 years ago. So
I had to build up the guts to go talk to her.
Yeah. We stole moments away from our work, and we would sit on the steps of the boardwalk and look out at the ocean or go for a walk on the beach and then hurry back to work.
And we'd take our breaks right here on the boardwalk on the beach. Had to keep it professional, but it was a fun summer.
It was a very, very exciting summer.
Lately, bringing my daughter down here. It kind of rekindles the magic. When you get to see Lily on the rides and smiling and having a great day, it brings it all back to my childhood and Jillian's childhood.
Yeah, because we both rode the carousel when we were 4, and she's riding it when she's 4. And then to have met down here, and yeah, it's pretty special.
It's pretty special. It really is.
Another favorite thing to do is to take our grandkids on the rides.
Oh, yeah.
So we're down here every couple of months.
And while boardwalk guests may not be here as often as employees or concessionaires, they still develop connections to their experiences here that somehow seem different than their visits to other amusement parks.
I have such amazing summer memories with my family, messing around on the beach and, riding the roller coaster and spending my allowance on Dippin' Dots. So for me, it's just something that has been kind of handed down, golden memories of the boardwalk.
Golden memories, like a child's first dipper ride.
Look how much fun brother had.
A lot.
A lot. He looks pretty stoked to me. Did you have fun, buddy?
Totally.
Yeah.
Can we go again?
We can go again. Lily, you're gonna come with us? On the Giant Dipper?
No.
As day turns to night, the boardwalk takes on a whole different vibe, but there's still excitement in the air. As lights go off all over Northern California, and children of all ages dream of their day spent at the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk, the boardwalk is getting ready for your next adventure.